Quick note, videos won't be published in 1080p. Turns out it loses its widescreen format, and it's the same quality as 720. So enjoy the video. Okay, welcome back. So we're just going to prep up for the last boss of Briskbreeze Tower. That is Orrick. So we're going to make some changes in cards, some equipment items. Cheryl's going to put on some boots she got from the auction to ensure her resist is matching that of Grand Armor, so it's 40% resist. And that's my deck of Chivalry, which I'll be using against the boss. I am using treasures, but they are treasures that I've trained for, and it's only going to be 4 of them. Spirit Trap and Spirit Blade. So, you're probably wondering, why do I have so few cards? I mean, that's probably enough to put into a starter deck that gives copies of 4. Well, again, we're just going to go back to that theory of the smaller amount of cards you have, the higher probability that a useful card would show up. So now I'm also going to change my equipment. I'm going to change my wand to a direct counter against Orrick. And I'm going to change to an outgoing heal ring. But it's not exactly what you think yet, unless you've done it this way before. But we've got a plan A and a plan B, which I'll explain later on when we start the battle. So because single traps are useless, I'm going to switch from my death trap amulet to a fire shield amulet. And then switch to my outgoing heal ring. Now we're going to look at my deck again, and as you can see, I've only got 1 sacrifice. So it's not going to be continually healing myself or Cheryl. Another reason why I have so few cards is to end the battle faster. I've only got a handful of attacks, and that's all I need against Orrick and his minions. And just to reiterate, if I have said it before, but the video is called a solo attacker, meaning only one person will be damaging anything. I mean, Cheryl might be using a wand at some point. I don't remember. But she won't be doing any significant damage in this video, or at least this run. And I've got 2 reshuffles in there, not by accident, of course. But just for emergencies, in case the battle does prolong, because, I mean, who knows how many shields the minions will put up. So I'm trying to minimize the amount of cards that I have, so I'm getting rid of another Wraith. I realize, okay, I'm going to plan to kill Orrick in about 2 attacks or 3 attacks. And the Scarecrow's there just for emergency heal, not necessarily to kill the minions along with Orrick. Alright, so let's get into our plans. Cheryl will be tanking up the boss, so she'll be entering first, so she is his focus, and therefore Heckhound will only go to her, and if he tries to pop out a meteor, I can handle it. I can just heal it back up after attacking him. So she's going to resist 2 of his cheat spells at once. And for those of you unfamiliar with Orrick, he cheats a lot more than the first boss. He casts a devastating meteor. It's about 750 if you have no resist damage. And a Heckhound that I believe does around 500 and something damage per tick. For 3 turns, of course. And this can be at random. I mean, you will see in this tower that the word interrupt pops up a few times. And what that means is there's some kind of trigger or some kind of command for the game to start casting random spells. It'll like uh, it'll be like what the student at the bottom floor says, that these bosses cheat. So they're casting in between, no matter whose turn it is, a spell from the boss can go off. So Cheryl will be her inside of her deck has fire shields, quenches, and smoke screen, and that's pretty much it. Aside from a couple of pixies, I believe, and oh, and lucky enough, she's part death, and she did spend the rest of her training points into spirit traps and spirit blades. So I don't remember she cast in any. I don't think so, but there's a chance she could be helping me out for prepping up. So strategy with Cheryl is to again take all the fire hits, but then the smoke screen is sudden he has a chance of missing any of his attacks. And it does work on the cheat spells. Or quench, which again works on the cheat spells as well. And that's both spells are 100% accuracy. So we'll have, I mean, each turn will count, and we won't have to sit and wonder, oh, if you had really hit, what would have really happened? What would the outcome of the game be? So I'm just going to go over a quick review of the new equipment that we have on. And since the video will be ending soon, I'll continue this in the next one. But to conclude the plan behind Cheryl's role, she's basically trying to disable and interrupt Orrick's interrupts with the quenches. So when he tries to cast Meteor or Heckhound, it'll fail 100%. And at least, this keeps them in line. This keeps them on even ground with us, at least. And at least buy us time. And then my strategy is, again, the main attacker, the only person attacking. And so I'm just going to stack as many converts as I can on him. Hopefully 3 before I start trapping him. So I'm focusing on blading as much as possible while I'm waiting for converts. And Cheryl's just gonna, no pun intended, take the heat. Okay, maybe I did intend that. Sorry. Right, just click the button that shows up and move on to the next part of the fight. Again, this is uncut and unedited.